Hello friends, this is Ramashama here. So today we are going to create a simple animation of Happy New Year using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So in JavaScript we are going to use green sock animation. So that library we are going to use to create a transition between the pages and some effects of countdown also. So when I'm refreshing this page, so this is actually the animation that we are going to create. So here you can see the "Are you ready" text, and below loading screen is there. So it will load for 10 seconds, and when 7 seconds will be there, 3 to 1 counter will be done, and you will get a swipe transition of the pages, and you will get this Happy New Year 2023 and some sparkles here. So this thing we are going to create in this video, and I will tell you the every line of code so that I'm going to do here. So now without wasting any time, let's get into the coding section. So I have created 3 empty files in a folder here. So here you can see that index.html, style.css and main.js. So these 3 files are there. So these 3 files are empty here. So I'm going to write html:5. So here it will create a default snippet of HTML. So here I'm going to write Happy New Year 2023, and here just I'm going to write Happy New Year. So just save this. So this one I'm going to open with the live server here. So if you don't have live server, so you can directly go to this one extension, and here you can search for live server. So actually there is some problem in my internet connection. So when you will go here, so you will be able to get a live server and simply install that. So here I'm going to run a live server here. So here on the default browser, so my Chrome is the default browser, so that's why it will run here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click here and open with the live server. So now you can see that my live server is running, and it is running on localhost 5500 and file name is index.html, and we are getting Happy New Year. So now let's connect CSS and JavaScript file as well. So here what I'm going to do, so I have style.css here, so I'm going to link this CSS file, so that will be our style.css, and same from the JavaScript I'm going to do. So script source, and it will be main.js. Just save this. So let's make sure if it is working or not. So for that, what I'm going to do here, so just write as body background as #444, and in the main.js I'm going to write window.onload. Here just write alert hello world. Just save it. So now when I go here, so it will automatically refresh, and you can see that I'm getting hello world. And when I will press OK, you can see that our background also changed and it is gray color. So this means that our CSS is also working. So now let's change the font here. So I will be using the Poppins font. So for that you have to go to this fonts.google.com and specimen and find the Poppins font here. So now when I will go here, so I will select the fonts that I want. So I will select these all 500, 600, and at last I want 900. So now here I will go to the style, and just I'm going to copy this, import here, copy this, and let's go back to our coding section, and here I'm going to remove this alert. Just save this, and in the style I'm going to remove this and just paste this import statement here. So just save this. So this will import the Google font for us, so that font will be Poppins. So now when I will go here, so you can see that font is not changed. So our font is not changed. So now how we have to change this font? So for that, what I'm going to do here, so here I'm going to use this all operator. So this CSS will be applied for all. So here, first of all, I will do a default margin 0, default padding 0, and box sizing will be border box. And after that, font family will be Poppins and sans serif. So now let's go back, and now you can see that our font is changed now. So font is Happy New Year. Poppins font is there. So now let's move forward here. So let's start creating our full animation. So creating animation is very easy. So now here what I'm going to do here, so here let's start doing it. So first of all, we have to create a front page. So for that, I'm going to create a div with a name as front. So div dot front, and after that, here what I'm going to do, so here first of all we need three type of text. So first of all we need the heading of the text. So first of all, let's create a heading. So that will be with h1 dot heading, and this heading will be as are you ready. So are you ready heading is there, and after that we have the 3 to 1 that one is the 3 to 1 countdown that we need. So that is there. So here h1 dot pre, so I will write h1 dot pre, and it will be like 3 here, and then we need the 2, and after that at last we need as 1. So these three will be different. So now this all will be having a info here. So it will be having a parent div. So this is because this will be having a class as absolute, position as absolute. So position as absolute means this will be, these all numbers will be overlapping, but timing of appearing and disappearing of these numbers, of these elements will be different. So that we will control with the help of green sock animation. So here what I'm going to do, so I'm going to create a div with class info, and I'm going to wrap up this with it. And after that, here we are going to create a loader. So div dot loader and div dot fill. So this fill will be loading one, that one is white. So fill of the loader, so this one is the fill of the loader. So like when I'm refreshing this page again, and here this one you are seeing now, so this whole is the loader, and that screen is loading. So this white background is loading. So this one is actually a fill, and we are making a front. So this one is actually a main screen, and whereas the first one is the front here. So that first one we are creating first. So now let's go here. So here let's go to the page. So now you are seeing here, are you ready 3 to 1. So first of all let's go here, go, and let's deal with the body. So in the body what we want, so first of all we want height as 100 VH, so that is view height of the screen, width as 100%, and let me add the background. So background will be this one. I'm going to copy this and save this, and here we are going to add the color as well. So by default the color will be in the white. So now you are seeing this, that is are you ready 3 to 1. So we are getting a good background color, and here we are getting this one is white color. So but we are not getting any loader, so because we haven't added anything in the loader, we haven't those two are just divs here. Div is the container, but we have to write the CSS for this, so that its height will be there, its width will be there, and then some border as well. So now we want this to the center here. So for that I'm going to write display flex. So just remove this. Just remove this. So we will deal with that later. So here what I'm going to do here. So here first of all let's deal with this info here. So dot front. So let's deal with the front. So this thing we are going to do in the front here for the display flex. So first of all let's add the position. Position will be absolute. Height will be 100%. So we will write here 100% because our height is already 100 view height. So that's why 100% will be enough. So it will be covering the full screen. Then width will be as 100%. And then we don't need the background. So in the body we have already added the background here. But instead of adding the background in the body, so what we are going to do, so we are going to add this background in the front. So this is because our this Happy New Year page background and this front page background will be different. So that's why, so as we are working on the front only, so that's why our background is of this color. So here we are going to add the flex box here. So display flags, justify content center and align item center. So but here we need to change the direction. By default our flex box direction is row wise. So now we have to do it as a column wise. So that will be our first element will be up and second element will be down here. So now here you can see that we have this first element. So this is the first element and second element is of the loader. And our everything is a parent element, so that is front with position as fixed. Yeah, so instead of absolute we want a position fixed here. So let it be fixed, or absolute will be good. Also if we want it as a relative, so we can also do it as a relative. So let's go with the relative here. So now what we have to do, so first of all I'm going to remove this 3 to 1. So what I'm going to do here, so here I'm going to add dot 3 dot 2 and dot 1. So its display will be none. So its display will be none here. Just save this. So now we are getting by default as audio ready. So now let's deal with this one here. So here it will be, so we have to deal with info. So dot info h1, but h1 with the class as heading here. I think we have a class heading here now. So let's go here. So yeah, we have class heading. So we are going to deal with this. So now what we have to do here, so first of all we have to change the font size. So font size, so by default the font size will be like 4.5 rem. Just let's see this. So this size is pretty good. So this one is pretty good. So let me refresh it. So you can see this, are you ready? And we have this also here. So this is pretty good. So we have Poppins font as well and sans serif. So that's great. So now here we want font weight. So font weight. So font weight, let it be as a bold. Just save this. So now font is always a bold, but we want some medium font. Medium. Just save this. So I'm going to reload this. So it's actually like this now. So 4 rem. Yeah, this one is little good. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to now create a loader here. So for the loader I'm going to work. So let's write here dot front dot loader. So for that, but it will be there. So position will be relative. So position will be relative here, and we want its height as 10 pixel and width as, let it be 250 pixel. Let the border, so border will be 1 pixel, solid white. So let's see this. So this one is pretty good. So now we want the margin here. So margin from top. So margin from top will be like 120 pixel. Just save this. So now this margin is very good. So now what we are going to do here. So here we have to add the border radius. So border radius will be like 20 pixel. Just save this. So it is border. Yeah, border radius 20 pixel. Very good. And then overflow as hidden. Just save this. And same thing we have to apply to the front, and that is overflow as hidden. So now we are getting this. So let's copy and paste this, and this thing we are going to create to fill. Its position will be absolute because we have the position of parent as relative. So if now the child element is fill, now its position is absolute. So its position will be absolute according to this box here, according to this loader. So this absolute position is according to this position relative. So that one is its parent, so that is loader. So it will be inside our loader div element only. So here what we want, top as 0, left as 0, and by default height will be 100%, but width we want, so let it be by default 50%. Just save this. We don't want any border. I'm going to remove this. We don't want any margin. Remove this. We want border radius, but here one thing will be there, background. So background is white. So now you are getting the loader here. So that is done. So that is done. So this part is done now. So but let's add the animation here as well. So I'm going to add the animation. So animation loading, and it will be of like 10 seconds. Forwards infinite. Sorry, we don't want infinite, only one time we have to run this now. So let's create a loading here. So from width 0 to 100% in 10 seconds. So this animation we have. So now you can see this animation here. So we are getting loaded in 10 seconds. So that's very great. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to make this as hidden. So let me add this display as none here. Save this. So now its displays none. So now what we have to do, so we have to style this 3, 2 and 1. So what I'm going to do there, so I'm going to do this one dot front h1 dot h1 or not. So this one I'm going to do not dot heading, not dot heading. So just save this. So we have this font size here. So here actually we want not class has heading. Just save this. So 2 rem is there, let it be 5 rem. So you can see that our font size is changing, and we want 6 rem, and yeah, I think this 6 rem is not good, so let it be 5 rem only. So we have this as 5 rem, but here we want this as position absolute. position absolute. So this position absolute will be according to this front here. So this front div, as its position is relative, and this parent element is front but not front. So it's what is the parent element of this? So its parent element is info. So this should be according to the info. So what we have to do then? So I'm going to the info here. So let's add the info. So this will be for the info as well. Dot front dot info, and here dot front and dot info. So here its position will be absolute, relative, sorry. So now this position will be according to this one here. So its position will be according to this one. So now let me add the display none here, display none, and let me remove the display none from here. So now we are getting, are you ready? And here we are getting like this 3 2 1, but it's not very good. So yeah, we can see it's not very good. So let it be as we don't want any margin here, so I'm going to remove the margin as well. So we are getting like this, and let it be as 6 rem. We want margin bottom as 120 pixel. Just save this. Let it be position relative only. So let it be a position relative. So that's great. So its position relative is very good. So now we have this display as none. So I'm going to remove its display as none here. So this one is done. So this one is done here. So now what we have to do? So we have to add the animation. So for that we are going to the green sock animation. So let's first of all add the animation for this 10 seconds. So whenever this loading screen will be at 7 seconds, then we want 3 2 1 countdown. So let's achieve this first. So now our task is very easy. So it will not take a lot of time. So now let's go to the gaps here. So you just have to go to the cdnjs.com libraries and GSAP. So this GSAP is a library, JavaScript library. So it is actually used to animate, and it is also used to animate the WebGL and other things. So here I'm going to copy the CDN. So just copy the script tag from this one. So I will leave the link in the video description. So now let's go below in the index.html, and above the main.js I'm going to paste this. So why I'm pasting this above the main.js? So this is because, so first this script will be loading, and then our main.js, and this GSAP will be available in our main.js. So that's why I'm adding it in the index.html above the main.js. So here when I will console.log the GSAP, so just save this, and you will see the dev tools here, and you will see the object. So this GSAP is available here. So this keyword is available for us. So now what we have to do here? So now we have to animate this 3 2 1. So first of all we have to wait for 10 seconds, and then we have to remove this dot heading. We have to remove the h1 with the class dot heading here. So for that what we are going to do? So here we are going to use GSAP on the window of the load. So we are going to GSAP dot to. So we are going to use to function, and this to function to which element we have to apply. So element with class heading. To the class heading we have to apply this, and here we are going to add the object. So first of all, what is the duration? So let duration will be like of 1 second. So duration will be 1 second. Now what we have to do here? So opacity. So we have to change the opacity. So opacity will be 0 and then display will be none. So just we have to set a CSS here. So display is none, and now to achieve this animation, so this means that what we are doing here. So for now, what is our heading? So this one is our heading. So this is having opacity as 1 and display as 1 here. So now we have to achieve this. So we have to achieve the heading opacity will be 0 and its display will be none here. So now to achieve this we have to wait for some time. So where we want to remove this? So when this animation will be at a 7 seconds. So when this animation will be at 7 seconds, so then we have to remove this. So as we have a duration as 1, so we have to remove this. Remove when at 7 seconds. So we have to remove this at 7 seconds. But duration is of 1 second. So this animation will run for 1 second, but we have to remove it in the 7 seconds. So this means that at 7 seconds this animation should be completed. So for that what we are going to do? So simply 7 minus 1, so it will be 6 seconds. So that's why we have to wait for 6 seconds, and then animation will take 1 second time, so it will reach for then that one. So let it be delay of 6 seconds. 6 seconds, and let animation will be of 0.5. So this means that it will run for 0.5 seconds, and our delay will be then of 0.5, 6.5. So just save this. So now you can see that. So let's reload this. So animation is not working. Yeah, animation is properly working here. So animation is working. So now you can see. So there is some problem here. So let's see what is the problem. So here let it be 10 second linear. So let it be 10 second linear. Just save this. So now let its width to be 0. Just save this. So now we are going to reload this. So let's wait for 7 seconds. So now you can see that at 7 seconds our audio ready is disappearing. So now when this audio ready is disappearing, so then what we want? So we want to appear our 3. So for that what I'm going to do? I'm going to just copy this and apply it on 3, and its duration will be of 0.5 second. So this 0.5 second is because, so as we will be having 3 seconds, 3, 2, 1. So first we want 3 to appear, and then we want 3 to disappear, and that all we want in the 1 second. So that's why we have to add 0.5 here. So 0.5 for appearing and 0.5 for disappearing. So here we want the delay. So for now we have delay of 6.5. So that means 6.5 is delay and duration will be 0.5. So its duration is 0.5. So this means that 6.5 and 0.5 is at 7, and then we have to delay. We have a delay of 7, and then this will run for 0.5. So then in the next one we have this opacity as 1. So we want this opacity as 1 and display as block here, block, and then after pairing this, so for now you can see that we have 3 display as 0. So you can see that here display as none here, and opacity also 0. So that's why here what we have to do. So opacity we want first as 1, and it will be a delay of 7 seconds, and then as this will run for 0.5 seconds, so then we will add this to a delay, so that will be a 7.5 second, and then we want to disappear this 3 as well. So then we will add this duration will be gone for a 0.5 second again. So now see this. So we have are you ready disappearing at 10 seconds, and now we are getting 3 here. So same thing we have to do for the 2 and 1. So I'm going to copy this both for 2 and then for 1 here. So these 2 blocks are for 3, and now these 2 blocks are for 2 here. So for 2, so this one is a class, so that is 3 class, 2 class and 1 class. So here we want this display as 8 seconds because 7.5 plus 0.5 is 8. As it is running for 0.5 seconds, so here we want a delay of 8.5 seconds, and same thing we want to do for this one, so that is for the 1, and it will be like 9, and here we want it as 9.5 seconds. So just save this. So now you can see the animation here. So at 7 seconds we have 3, 2 and then 1. So this is very great. So now what we have to do, so when we have reached to 100%, so then we have to remove this as well. So we have to remove this, and then we have to slide our page to the left. So this one is very easy. Now you know how to do it. So if you will having any issue, then you can comment in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that. So here now we have to remove the loader. So at just 10 seconds, so we have this will run for only like 0.2 seconds, and we want opacity 0 and display as none, and after that we have to change the page here. So our page class is front, but instead of opacity what we have to do, so we have to write here left as minus 100%, so let it be in this one. And what will be the duration, so let it be a duration of 2.5 seconds. So 2.5 seconds, so as we have to wait for 0.2, so we have to wait for 10.2 seconds. 10.2 seconds. Just save this. And one more thing, as we are using left here, so that's why in the style.css we have to change its position as fixed. Just save this. So now I'm going to reload this, and let's see this animation working here. So we are getting are you ready, 3, 2, 1 and boom. So this is very great. So now we can add the transition here as well. So for that we can use ease, and ease like power4.out or power4.inout. So power4.inout is good. So you can go to the GSAP documentation. I will leave the link in the video description, so you can go for there as well. So now just save this. So now our task is very easy. So let's create a back page here. So back page, so dot back page, just save this. So this one is actually a page, so it will give a transition here. So it will give a transition to us. So I'm going to just save this. So like whenever we are transitioning, so we see some colors. So we see some colors of page transition from right to the left. So this page is also there. So for that, what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to go below and just here I'm going to write back page. Its position will be absolute, position will be fixed, and height will be 100%, width 100%, and by default top will be 0 and left will be 0, and we want the background, so let the background be this one. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this here. Just save this. So now you can see that we have this background here. So now let it be as left as 120%. Just save this. So we have left as 120%. So what we want now, we want the transition here. So its transition is very easy. So like one color is changing here, so we want that page also to transit with this one. So this thing, same thing we are going to do here. So that is GSAP.to, that is dot front, and then here what I'm going to do here. So here for the back page, its duration will be like 2.5 is there, and we want its duration to be 2.5 also, and as we have this one, so it will be 10 point, that it will be like 11.5. so let it be as 11.5, and now you can see the change. Are you ready? So let me reload this. Three, two, one, and now we are getting a transition here. So but this transition is little late. So for that, what I'm going to do here, so let it be for 11 seconds and let's its duration to be like 2 seconds here. Now reloading it. Now we can see the animation again. 3, 2, 1, and now you can see that we are getting this type of animation, but it's still very late. So let it be 10.7 or 10.8 will be good. So you can see the animation again. Three, two, one, and now we are getting the second slide again. So now this one is very good. So now let's do a main page here. So that page will be main, and here just we are going to write it as h1. H1 will be like Happy New Year. Just save this. So this back page is there, main page is there. So let's deal with this main page, main, and here its position fixed, height 100%, width 100%. So now I will not take a lot of time, so as video is very long. So display flex and flex action column, justify center, and content center. So now we are getting Happy New Year here, and we want the another h1 as well. So for that it will be like 2023. So we want its class as year. Just save this. So we have year as 2023, and now let's add this dot main dot h1. So position relative, font size 6 rem. So it will be like h1, and display we don't want none. So we are getting Happy New Year. So by default I want it as like 4 rem, or let it be 3 rem, and its font size as normal like this. And now let's deal with h1 dot year, and I want to change its font size So font size as 5 rem. Let it be 8 rem. Yeah, now it's good. Let it be 10 rem. Yeah, it's looking good. And now we want font weight to bold. So our font is bold. Now we are getting Happy New Year 2023. So this one is great. So let it be margin top. So let it be margin top. So by default margin top will be like 20 pixel minus 100%. So minus 100% top is there. So I'm going to copy this, and its bottom. So its bottom will be 100% and above one is top 100%. So what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to add the class for this as well. So that will be the new year. Here text, let it be. So I'm going to copy this and let's go to the GSAP. So here what we are going to do here. So by default here we don't want actually the animation. So first of all let's do one thing. So let's add the sparkles here. So I have already have the code written here. So for the sparkles, so let's do that. So for the sparkles you can see here I have this code already. So I'm just going to copy this CSS. So you can source code will be given in the video description. So you can just go to the source code and you can just copy this fireworks class here. So as it will take a lot of time to write this code and explain it. So here basically what I'm going doing here. So here I am adding this .firework class, firework div here, and just I am adding this before and after, and in the background I'm just using the radial gradient. So it is generating a different type of fireworks in the form of circle. So just in the animation it is I'm just adding means increasing the circle size, gradient size, and I'm scaling it, and just it is looking like it is a type of sparkle, it is a type of firework. So I'm going to remove this, and in the index.html, so let's generate. So as we have to generate a firework, so let it be like div.firework. I want to generate a div of firework of 18. Firework. So we want to generate a div, 18 divs with class. So what class is that? Is firework. So now we have these 18 divs with class as firework. And then when you will go here, so let's go here. So here we are not getting anything. So class as firework. So class is right. So I don't know. Yeah, you can see we are getting the firework here. So but at a different time. So because our animation delay is there. So now you can see this. So we have the animation delay of 14 seconds. So after 14 second animation will be there. Means this fireworks will be there. So now let's move to this main.js here. And now what I'm going to do here. So first of all we have this firework. Let's go to the main.js. So here let's get all the fireworks here. So that is firework 1, document.query selector all, query selector all, and it will be a firework of 0. So like this is there, but what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to add a set interval. So set interval, so for every like a second, so for every second there will be some different fireworks. So const fireworks, so document dot get query selector all dot firework is there. So now here we are going to add a for loop here. So for let I firefox dot length, and then here we are just generating a random here. So firework for dot style mat dot random into 100, like this one. Just save this. So it will generate every second different fireworks for you. So let's wait for 14 seconds. So now you can see that we are getting these fireworks at random positions. So now let's add this here. So here in the style.css, let's go at the top for the main. Let's its left as minus, left as not left, right as. So left as 120% or like 150%. So now we are gone there. So when I will reload this, so here we are getting are you ready. So now we have to change this. So I'm going to do this, and this one we are going to retrieve our main page, and its duration will be of like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and it will run at 11. So it will run at like 11.2 or 11.1. So let it be 11.1. And what we want its left as 0. Just save this. So now I'm going to reload this, and let's see the animation. So here we are getting are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and boom. So we are getting our main page. Now we want the text back. So for that it's very easy. So just copy and paste this few times, and here h1 with as like class with text, class with dot text, and its class is year dot year. So its duration, let it be 2 seconds only, and it will run at like 11.1 is there. So 2 seconds means 12.1. So 12.1 and 12.1, 2 seconds, 14.1. So just save this. So now reload this. So we are getting are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So we are getting fireworks early. So let its delay. So delay will be of like so here let it be like 1.5 second, and it is 11.6 second, and here also 1.5 second, and it is running as 14 is there. So let it be like at 12. And now actually its left is 0, so we have to change the CSS here. So its CSS should be this one. Margin top is 100, so we want margin top back to 0. So we want margin top back to 0, and here we want margin top back to 1. margin top back to 1 and this one to 0, and instead of margin top we want margin bottom to 0. Just save this. So now let's start the animation again. 3, 2, 1. And our animation, we have some error here. So let me do one thing. So let's go here. Here let me write text and position relative also here. Let me add the position relative here. Just save this. So we are getting this here. So now I'm going to reload this and let's see this here. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And we are getting animation as Happy New Year 2023. And now it's looking very beautiful. So we have created this animation here. So sorry for very long video as I have to explain you a lot. So for today this is enough. If you have any queries, please comment in comment section. I will definitely respond to that. At last, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.